Hi Stampers, welcome to Stampin' Peace. I'm Mary Knabe. The day is finally here. I know many of you have anticipated this day of the release of Stampin' Up's new Stampin' Blends markers. They are premier, high quality, long lasting alcohol markers. They will blend beautifully for you and take your stamping and your coloring to a whole new level. Here's a nice range of colors that we have come out with, including Bermuda Bay, Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Daffodil Delight, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Pink Pirouette, Pool Party, Pumpkin Pie, Rich Razzleberry, and Smoky Slate. You notice each of these colors comes with a light shade and a dark shade. You can purchase the combo pack of light and dark shades for each of these colors for $9, or you can simply buy them separately for $4.50 each. In addition to that, Stampin' Up! Has offered a couple of single markers in ivory and bronze. Memento Tuxedo Black ink is the recommended ink for use with the Stampin' Blend alcohol markers. In addition to that, we have a color lifter. I highly suggest if you are going to be purchasing the Stampin' Blends that you purchase the color lifter also. This does exactly what it says, color lifter. So it pulls up some of the color that you've already put down on the paper, just giving you another way to get an even lighter shade than perhaps the light color you've put on your image. And it can even help us with goofs if we've gone outside of the line and want to clean up the edges a little bit. But it truly lifts the color off. I was asked, do you need one or more than one lifter? I have used this lots. I've been playing with my Stampin' Blends the last few days. Love them very much, and they are so easy to use. But as you can see, I've used this color lifter several times on different colors, and no, you only need one. You don't need several. You can use them with different colors. It wipes clean. It's not a problem at all. So really, you just need one. Couple of features for the Stampin' Blends. I'm going to use this Night of Navy one. You'll notice that the markers are flat on each side. I love this. They do not roll off my work surface. They're easier to keep track of for me, and great for storage as well. When you store these, you do want to store them horizontally, not up and down. Please store them horizontally for the longest life possible. In addition, just like our Stampin' Right markers, the Stampin' Blends have a fine tip and a wider brush tip end. You can see that fine tip here, I think. There you go. Okay. And the brush tip. Okay. So it's flexible. So it does work similar to a paintbrush. Okay. The other thing is these caps are very tight and secure. You don't want the alcohol inside these evaporating, so we need a special cap. If you look inside, it is designed to seal in the tips so that no air gets to them and evaporates the alcohol. So that will contribute to its long life. So when you use these, you do want to be sure to put the cap on securely. And to help you do that, you can even lay your marker, again, because it's flat, lay it flat on your surface and push the cap on just like that. That way you know it's going on correctly to preserve the life of your Stampin' Blend marker. The little notches here make it easy for you to pull the caps off and on. And it also tells you that the cap goes that direction when you are replacing it. Okay, so I hope you will give these a try. the Stampin' Blends should be part of our regular line. So we're very excited about it. Demonstrators had an opportunity to purchase them a couple weeks ago, which I did, and I have tried all of the colors. I truly love them. And again, Memento Tuxedo Black ink is the recommended ink for this. Now let's talk about the cardstock to use with this. Alcohol markers will do some bleeding on the back side, okay? And this is true of any and all alcohol markers. So we recommend that you use the thick Whisper White cardstock and the thick Very Vanilla cardstock, which I have been doing. Yes, it bleeds through to the back, so you want to know that you're going to be backing that stamped colored image with another kind of cardstock or color of cardstock. But I want to show you, I told you I used all of these colors, so I want to show you quickly the ones I made. And this is the rose from the Garden Petal suite, product suite. Here is, and on these, the leaves and stems are all done with the Old Olive light and dark shades, as well as the color lifter. The flowers, I've used one color, both light and dark shades, and the color lifter as well. And you can see, I'm going to put this up close, you can see there's lots of detail in this, okay? And the stamp already had a good bit of detail, but look at the depth of the colors. Look at the intensities, how it varies, okay? So this rose was colored with Cherry Cobbler, Calypso Coral. This is Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight. I know we typically don't see blue roses, but like I said, I wanted to try every color of Stampin' Blends that is available for each of us. This is the Bermuda Bay, okay? And again, I want to show you up close the light and dark shades I was able to achieve with the Stampin' Blend markers. This is Pool Party, Rich Razzleberry. Oh, love the color of this rose. Pink Pirouette. And again, you don't typically see cards in these colors, but this is the flowers in these colors, but this is the Smoky Slate and the Crumb Cake, okay? And you can see even with those light colored neutrals, we still can get a nice variety of intensity in our color. We get a nice variety of depth and dimension with each of those colors. They are very simple to use. You can use the dark shade and add light, or you can use the light shade to fill in and then go back and highlight with the dark. They blend quite easily. If you decide that you want to lift off some color, make some areas even lighter than the lightest shade you're using, simply pull up some color with the color lifter, okay? Now, I also wanted to show you that Stampin' Up! Is helping us get started by putting together a project kit for us to purchase. The Color Me Happy project kit, I believe makes, let me see, 20 cards. I believe that was correct. You get 4 different designs. It might be 16. Honestly, I haven't even opened it yet and counted, and I don't see it here on the packaging. But a good number of cards for you to make in 4 different designs. It has a coordinating stamp set, Color Me Happy, which was specifically designed to help us learn and practice using our Stampin' Blend markers. I will mention to you that this project kit and the Color Me Happy stamp set are exclusive for the premiere release of our Stampin' Blend markers. Therefore, these 2 items are only available while supplies last. So if you think you are interested, please, please, please order them soon, because I don't know how long they will last, okay? And again, that's just for the project kit and the coordinating stamp set. of course, our Stampin' Blend markers, the additional ivory and bronze, the color lifter, and the Memento ink will be available for quite some time. Now let's take a look at some of the coordinating products Stampin' Up! Has also released to go with our Stampin' Blend markers. As I mentioned earlier, we have the Color Me Happy project kit for making cards in 4 different designs, as well as the Color Me Happy stamp set. The kit features the Stampin' Blend markers in Night of Navy, Pink Pirouette, Pool Party, and Rich Razzleberry. So let's open up this kit and see what all is in here. Okay. First of all, we've got an assortment of embellishments and a small roll of washi tape. That looks fun. We've got some beautiful, beautiful envelopes. Okay. In sizes that coordinate with the card sizes. Look at the inside print on that one. I love the gold accents on these envelopes as well. Okay, another fun liner. And the last one is right there. Okay, aren't these wonderful? I love them. Even the envelope makes me happy. There are some medallion stickers. Lots of pieces that are used to put the cards together, and you'll notice that these pieces are already pre-cut. Oh, it's so easy to pop those right out and use them. And then these are our card bases. Wonderful colors and beautiful prints. Okay, more of those accents to pop out. Another card base, Night of Navy card base, and then again some accents to punch out and help us create our cards. Look how simple that is. So you want to stamp with me? Or I should say, do you want to watch me stamp? Because chances are you don't have the kit yet or your blends, but I hope that you will jump on this and make some purchases and start having fun with them just like I am. Okay, so now watch along as I create the thank you card from the project kit and show you how I use the Stampin' Blends markers. Okay, I'm starting with my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Again, this ink is formulated in a way to work well with the alcohol markers, or the Stampin' Blends as we call them. Okay. All right, nice image there. And I'm going to start with coloring in Think in the Pool Party. I'm going to start with the lightest shade. Okay. And again, I'm using the paintbrush or wider end, which I find very easy to use. It has kind of a flexible tip, very quick, a lot of fun. And I'm using it as a paintbrush. I'm not coloring really hard. I'm kind of dragging it along and putting the ink on. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the darker shade, and I'm going to use the fine tip end. Put that up to make sure I don't get out of the viewing area. And I'm just going to go along the inside of the letters, and I'm kind of following where they have the sides of the letter showing, which I'll be coloring later with Night of Navy. Okay, so you get the idea. I just want to add a little more depth to my letters by putting in that darker shade. Okay. So I think it already looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. If you would want to, you can clean it up a little by going back in with your lighter shade and see how there's kind of that line there between the two shades. I can fill that in if I want, blend it a little bit. The other thing is I can also use my color lifter and make some areas a little bit lighter. Maybe I decided this is a little bit too dark, so I'm going to lighten that up, just lifting off the color. Notice it is lifting off the color, but it really doesn't color the tip, which makes it wonderful to use over and over. Maybe I want to do the same thing there. Okay. Next, I'm going to fill in the little, I'll call them splashes, with the fine tip of the pink pirouette. Quick and easy, and those are just coloring on like normal markers. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to color with Night of Navy. Okay. And I'm going to use the light shade. Okay. I'm using the fine tip. And even with this, I'm not pressing hard. I'm just touching lightly and dragging the ink. One thing you want to be cautious of is if you put too much ink on, it will bleed beyond the outline, okay? So you want to get close to the outline, right up against it, but not necessarily on it or over it, okay? Because, again, this ink does spread a little bit as you're putting it on. This fine tip is nice for those small areas. And remember, if you kind of goof and go outside the line, you can use your color lifter to minimize that, that little goof, I'll say. Because I had a couple of those this weekend and there I just did it. Didn't mean to, but I did. Okay, which maybe is meant to be, so I can show you how to use the color lifter and how well it works. You can see I'm going very close to the line, but I almost leave a teeny tiny little space so the color can bleed to the edge. They go on so nicely, really smooth, really easy. Okay. And I might fill in with the dark, especially underneath, I think, could use some dark accents. I'm sure you're seeing the difference. Okay. And I like to think with the darker shades, I kind of like to think, you know, where, if the sun was hitting this image and from a certain angle, where would the shadows be? And that helps me decide where to put some of those darker accents in, okay? So you get the idea, okay? Do you see my little goof right here around the A? Okay, I'm going to use my color lifter and see if I can clean that up a little bit. So I'm just going to go back and forth on that little smudge. I see I have a little one right there too. Okay. Now it's not quite dry, but you can see it's almost disappeared. Right here is where I was working. I'm going to go over it again. But I would suggest you probably let it start to dry and see how much more you need to go over it. Isn't that cool? Oh, love magic. Okay, love when I can fix little mistakes. So, and that's that. I'm going to put my card together really fast. A fun pool party card base with the Night of Navy accents. The banner piece was already cut out, perforated, so all I had to do was punch it really easily. I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to pop up my thanks. Okay. And I will tell you, you do need your own adhesive for this kit, which is kind of common with the kits from Stampin' Up. And there you have a beautiful card. Okay, awesome. And a quick, fun, easy way to get used to using my new Stampin' Blends and the new color lifter. Okay, so take a look at the Stampin' Up! Videos that introduce us to the Stampin' Blend markers. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or post your questions here in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. I am going to be hosting some live classes at my home, giving people the opportunity to practice and use the live blends, or the Stampin' Blends. And certainly I welcome all of your orders, and I will do my best to earn your business and serve you well. Have a great day.